Welcome to sportsbookraeview.com. I'm Flash and it's the KBO and CPBL, that's Taiwan and South Korean baseball. And Jay's with me. And Jay, how was your weekend, sir?
It wasn't bad at all. I can't complain at all. It was lots of fun, and we're getting back to the good stuff.
That's excellent. I was just going to make sure that everyone in the chat, we are live. So if you want any questions for Jay, then just fire them at me and then I'll just pass them on. But before we go into how the weekend was, and I've got a good feeling about this week, Jay, is just please subscribe, press the button, ring the bell, and then that means that we will notify you and you not miss any content. And if you press the link in the description, then you can go over and have a good read of Jay's articles. Not just Jay's articles over there, there's other people, other writers on other sports. You will enjoy it. Now, why have I got such a good feeling about this week, Jay?
Well, the first reason is maybe because Hanwha has the longest winning streak in the KBO right now. So out of all crazy things going on, yeah, Hanwha's at a two-game winning streak, and it's the longest winning streak in the KBO. So Hanwha has a good feeling about this week. So we're going to have a good feeling on this week, too.
That's the crazy thing. I mean, it's almost like I go to bed on Friday, and we obviously didn't get involved really Saturday, Sunday. And the Hanwha you couldn't even write it. The Eagles can't be winning games. I think it's a misprint. But those pesky Lions, what did they do yesterday?
Yeah, we've always talked about how great their starting pitching is, and Juan Tae-in was their pitcher in that game where they won 12-0. And again, he showcased what he's got and showcased what Samsung's got in their pitching staff.
Yeah, I mean, the big problem we've got with Hanwha is they're now going to play against the LG Twins. And just because they've won a couple of games, the Eagles, it's still got to be a massive fade with a capital F.
100%. We're not going on Hanwha today or anytime soon.
Okay, what about in Taiwan? Because the Monkeys have gone back on top by half a game.
Yeah, now the brothers get a chance to tie it up back in this game coming in when they face the Guardians. Should be an awesome matchup.
Okay, well, we got Jose, I should say, with my Spanish interpretation. And he's saying it's Bears or Lions. We will get to that, Jose, but first of all, we're going to do CPBL. We're going to go to Taiwan. We're going to kick straight off, Jay. Where are we going with the Guardians versus the Brothers?
So we're going to go with an official play under 10.5. And again, the CPBL, we've always talked about how it's a hitter's league and there's a lot of hitting going on in that league, but the unders have been hitting a lot more as of late. Since the Brothers started their run, the unders are starting to hit, where their pitching has done really well, and the Guardians' pitching has done well as well. I've said well like 100 times. Anyway, we'll go to official play under 10.5. We'll also lean towards the Guardians at plus 130, or you can look at the plus 1.5 at minus 125. We've seen so many games go one run here, one run there, plus 1.5 for the Guardians at minus 125 with the juice. We have Jose DePaula on the mound for the Brothers, Mike Laurie on the mound for the Guardians. We talked about this same matchup just a week ago when the Brothers won, when they were on their long winning streak. So we have DePaula, who's done really well. He has a 5.03 ERA, but he's won his last 3 games starting. So now he's 3-5 after 8 games. But he was 0-5 to start off the season. Now he's 3-5. The tables have turned. He's striking out a lot of batters. He looks a lot better with a 5.83 FIP. It used to be like 8. Then you have Mike Laurie on the Guardian side, who's been a little shaky in his last 2 starts. But if you look at his ERA in his career, he's been in the league since 2012. His ERA has never surpassed like 3.5. Right now, it's like over 5. And that's just so uncharacteristic for Laurie. So you expect him to get back on track like his first 2 games of the season when he went 7 innings, only allowed 2 runs. So it's been a rough last 2 games for Laurie, but I think he gets back on track. And DePaula has been one of the better pitchers in the league right now, striking out batters, looking a lot better. He struggled against Fubon just a little bit, but he still hasn't allowed too many hits in those games. So I like the under in this matchup, but I would lean towards the Guardians as a better value play with both pitchers going. I think Laurie's a better pitcher for sure, although DePaula won that first matchup.
Yeah, the big thing is, Jay, that we always remember our winning bets. And if you look back maybe 2-3 weeks ago, we had this spot with the Guardians versus the Monkeys. and the Guardians were like 150, 160, and we got it right. So yeah, under 10.5 and plus 130 on the Guardians or plus 1.5 runs. There's been so many one-run winning games. So, okay, that's Taiwan. Let's get to the proper business end. We love the KBO, and we're going to go with a Wiz against the Wyverns.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because both offenses have been pretty bad as of late. So where do we go from here? Well, Ricardo Pinto's on the mound for SK. So right here, got an import pitcher facing a really bad pitcher in Kim Min Soo of KT. So yeah, I'm gonna lean towards SK minus 167 around that range, and lean towards over 10.5 in this matchup. Kim Min Soo has a 9.98 ERA, a 5.27 FIP, and a WHIP of 2.35. He's been horrible. In 15.1 innings, he's allowed 31 hits, so he's allowed around 2 hits per inning, which is really bad. And then, look, both pitchers, they both allowed 17 earned runs in their starts this season. Well, Pinto, he's pitched in 40.2 innings. Kim Min Soo's pitched in 15.1 innings, and they've allowed the same amount of earned runs. Again, it's scary. SK's offense has been really bad as of late, but I think Pinto will get the job done. I think SK can squeak out a couple runs here and get the win in this one. So I would lean towards SK minus 167. And I do think that Kim Min Soo is so bad that SK will score enough, and KT's offense will probably get back on track with Pinto. His command hasn't been great. We know KT has a good offense. At times, I think that they'll produce in this one as well. So I'd go over 10.5, but I'd still lean towards SK.
Okay, so it's just a lean with SK and over 10.5. Now, the mighty Eagles, they host the Twins. The Twins, they've got to be, they must be minus 200.
Yeah, I think it's around probably minus 230, 235 now. I got it at 195, so if you see that, you definitely want to take it. Yeah, it's an official play for me, LG Twins. Look, I just said I got minus 195. If you think the 230 is too much, you can always look at the minus 1.5 at minus 157 juice. The interesting thing is Hanwha won their last 2 games by 1 run, so we know that they're playing closer games now, but while they were on their losing streak, all the games were by 2 or more. I like the LG Twins in this one with Chan Hyun on the mound. Chan Hyun, he started 4 games this season. What's interesting about him is he was a relief pitcher throughout his entire career, but just this season he became a starter. He's looked really good. He's got 25 strikeouts and just 6 walks in those 4 games, has a 3.52 ERA and a 3.87 FIP with a WHIP of 1.22. He's been tremendous. He worked 6 innings and gave up just 3 runs in his first start against Hanwha. We know Hanwha, their offense and their batting is just a lot worse now compared to when he first played against them. So I would easily take the LG Twins in this one. You can look at the minus 1.5 if it's over a range that you don't like, and also I'd lean towards over 10.5 with Jang Min Jae on the mound for Hanwha. Yeah, he's been a little hard to read. He's got 14 strikeouts, just 3 walks, but he has a 7.59 ERA and a 4.66 FIP. Another thing to note is that the LG Twins are 9-5 on the road this season, so they've actually played well on the road. Playing well on the road plus playing against Hanwha equals probably a lot of success.
It equals minus 2.5. Forget your 1.5. It's minus 2.5. They win by 5. Come on, LG. Put the Eagles back where they belong. Okay. Oh, I don't like this game. Samsung Lions versus the Doosan Bears, Jay.
This is a tough one because what's weird is, right, because Doosan, they're a much better road team. They're playing at home now. With Alcantara on the mound, he's one of the better pitchers in the league. He's pitched a lot better. He pitched really well against NC Dinos in his last outing. If he pitches like that, Houston has a chance. But their offense has struggled at home this season, which is really weird. I know that their field is a lot larger, it's harder to hit home runs in that ballpark. But they're going against Bak Jae-hoon of Samsung. He's pitched 4 games, 20 innings pitched, 30 hits, 16 earned runs, 16 Ks, and just 4 walks. But the interesting thing with him is he's allowed 6 homers in 4 games started. 6 homers in 4 games started. So Doosan, they have a really good offense, hasn't showed at home this season, but they do have a good offense, a lot of lefty bats. So I would have to lean towards Doosan minus 1.5 at the juice at around minus 120. Also lean towards under 10.5, as the Doosan Bears don't play too well at home compared to on the road. Yeah, and also I've been killing Doosan about their home splits. Samsung's been really bad on the road too, so it's a tough one. I would definitely go under 10.5 as a lean. Also lean towards Doosan minus 1.5. It's tough. This game is a really tough one after Doosan already lost a doubleheader against Hanwha. So.
Are you telling me we're going to go with the Bears minus 1.5?
Yeah, but it's a lean. I'm not going with it. I think if you're going to play a team, it's going to be Doosan, and it'll probably be by more than one run if they were to win. I think Doosan's offense is a lot better than Samsung's, and they have the better pitcher too. It's just that they've struggled at home, which is just weird, but that's just how it's been.
So, Jay, what's the money line for Doosan Bears then?
It's definitely beyond 200. It could be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
the Lions. Oh, come on. We're on the Bears, as simple as that. But the Lions are they've killed us nearly every single time. But maybe we're going to start getting them right. I know you got them right over the weekend in your article, but the Lions versus the Bears, that is an absolute coin flip. But we're going to go with the Bears minus 1.5 and just tease the under 10.5 total. Now, the Lotte Giants versus Kiwoom Heroes. I like the home side here.
Yeah, I think we're going with the home side for every matchup today in the KBO, which is pretty interesting because if you look at the trends, the home teams have done really well in the last series, and they just trended upwards since the beginning of the season. The home teams are starting to put on some shows here, and it's starting to show that the home teams are more profitable in any way, in any other type of form. So, yeah, Jokic is on the mound for Kiwoom. He's their best pitcher, one of the best pitchers in the KBO. He had the loss in his last outing because he allowed 2 runs, and the offense couldn't get the job done for him. But yeah, he's been tremendous. He's 5-1 on the year with a 1.49 ERA and a 2.82 FIP. He's pitched 42 innings, only allowed 34 hits, has 33 strikeouts, 7 walks, and just 7 earned runs. He's been phenomenal. Lotte has struggled against lefties. They're just hitting 188 on the season. Jokic is a lefty, and so yeah, it should be a really good day for Jokic. Kiwoom is 10-5 at home on the season. Lotte is just 6-12 on the road. We've talked about how Lotte was really good at home as of late, but yeah, they've struggled on the road a little bit. So yeah, I would definitely go with Kiwoom as an official play at minus 1.5 with the juices around minus 130. I'd also lean towards the under 10 in that matchup with Jokic on the mound.
Okay, well, I'm going to tee you up into this. You're going to say Dinos, so I'm going to say Dinos as well. But you said we're going to go with the home side throughout here, and yet I thought the Dinos would win this minus 1.5, minus 2.5. Tell me I'm wrong, Jay.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong. I mean, we kind of talked about this, how the NC Dinos were probably going to regress at some point. They were on such a hot streak. They're playing extremely well. In baseball, that just doesn't last forever. It can last for maybe 65, 75% of the game, but it's not going to last forever. They let Kiwoom score 18 runs in the second game of the series, and they lost the series to Kiwoom. So, yeah, I think that they're struggling just a little bit. And if I had to lean on a team to win this game, it would be Aaron Brooks of Kia, and for the Tigers to get the win. Again, it's a lean, Kia at plus 133. My official play would be the F5, first 5 under 4.5. At around plus 106. We have Drew Ruzinski and Aaron Brooks both on the mound. Import pitchers that have pitched extremely well this season. Both have an under 3 ERA. Ruzinski has a 2.23. Brooks has a 2.76 ERA. They've both been tremendous. You won't see too many walks in this game. Ruzinski got 41 strikeouts, just 11 walks. Brooks has 34 strikeouts and just 7 walks. They both pitched over 40 innings in their starts. The thing is, Brooks has struggled against lefties here and there this season. On the top of the order, the NC Dinos do have a couple of good lefties. But again, I think that they're regressing just a little bit. I think Brooks has the stuff to get the job done. And Rosinski's done a really good job at getting out of traffic. He has done a lot better at home hitting the ball. However, Rosinski's been able to get out of those jams. Can the Tigers score runs, or can Rosinski get out of those jams? That's the biggest question. But I still think this game goes under 4.5. I do think Kia does enough to get the win in this one.
Okay, a little bit of homework for you going on this week, because obviously we're going to be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Now we're going to look, I like the fact that you've gone for first 5 innings and we're going under 4.5 at plus 106. But also, if we haven't, we've only got leans. Let's see if we can just have a little bit of an under and over on team totals, just so that we bring in more markets, more options, and people can then start weighing up. Remember, you pay your money, you take your choice, but we'll give you as much information as we can. Kia Tigers are definitely the value at 133. Full first 5, under 4.5 at plus 106. Sounds good, Jay. Give me a rundown. If there's a parlay, remember you've got to start in Taiwan, and the banker, please.
Right, so in the Brothers and Guardians game, we're going to go with an official play. It's under 10.5. Again, you could do the F5 on that one under. It's obviously risky. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but I do think both pitchers are going to perform really well. So if your book offers F5 for the CPBL, you can look at it for sure. I don't know what the number is, but I would assume it's around that 5 range, somewhere around there. But then I'd also lean towards the Guardians plus 130, or you can look at plus 1.5 at minus 125. I think either way, you got value there, and you're looking pretty good with the Guardians. For the KT Wiz SK Wyverns game, we're going to lean towards SK at around minus 167. Also lean towards the over 10.5 in that matchup. For the LG Twins Hanwha Eagles game, I got the official play with LG Twins at minus 195. Because that line is going up, you can look at the minus 1.5 for better odds. I do think that that will hit. Also, we'll look at the lean for the over 10.5 in that matchup. For the Lotte Giants and Kiwoom Heroes, go with an official play with Kiwoom at minus 1.5 with a juice around minus 135. Also lean towards under 10 in that matchup. For the Dinos Kia Tigers, the official play would be a first 5 under 4.5 at around plus 105. And we'll lean towards Kia at plus 133 in that matchup. For the Samsung Lions versus Doosan Bears, we'll lean towards Doosan minus 1.5 at a juice around minus 120. Also lean towards the under 10.5 in that matchup. If you're looking for a parlay, the parlay to do would be going with the Twins and Heroes money line at around even money at plus 100.
Yeah, like that.
That's probably the best bet in terms of a parlay. And the banker will be Kiwoom at minus 1.5 with a juice around minus 135. Jokic screwed us over last time, but should get the job done in this one with Kiwoom bats. Should be hitting the ball in this one.
Okay, remember, LG Twins minus 2.5 against the Eagles. Go on, go big or go home. And Laofan24 says that the LG Twins, they win the KBO in 116, 115 games time. So Laofan says LG Twins, they win the KBO. Peter Circus says he likes the under as well in the Lotte Giants. Kiwoom Heroes, so we're going under, so we're all in the same boat. Now, before I say goodbye to Jay, then please subscribe, press the button, and ring the bell, and then obviously we'll notify you and you will not miss any content. And on your way out, give us a thumbs up. We've got 37 watching, 17 thumbs up. Please put your thumbs up. I can go to the bosses and say, people are really enjoying this video, so let's continue to do it. And if you press the link in the description, then you can go over and read Jay's article on our More Sports page. And obviously there's more articles there by other writers. You'll have a really good time because there's plenty of information if you love your content. Jay, let's get it on. Let's start the week strong and let's see you tomorrow.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
And all you at home, may all your bets be winners. See you soon. Take care.